Greetings, OEOS tribe. So I wanted to get on and just briefly do a follow-up video to the last video that we posted, which was a video about the reading, about a reading for the month of February 2024. If this is your first time tuning in, do know that every month we post videos about the energy for each month, and which people can utilize as like a reference tool for them for that month. But in the last video, in which we will have that video linked in the description below, but in that last video, it was mentioned that whether it was by way of different news outlets or different social media platforms, that something will be reported. And that's something, I didn't know if it would be something like a shooting or what it was, but I knew that it was something that had the potential of making people feel very sad, putting people in a very negative headspace. Only for me to get a text message from one of my cousins stating that was a shooting at the Lakewood church in Houston, Texas. So I really don't get on social media much. I don't scroll. I also don't look at the news. So pretty much when I find something out, it's either by a family member, or it may be mentioned, like if I'm looking at one of my favorite YouTube channels and they mention something, then I'll do research. So I looked into it. Certain things that I looked into and certain things that came to me spiritually about it. I'm not going to mention that because some things just can't be discussed on platforms such as YouTube. But one thing that I did want to point out to people, that of course it's very sad. Anytime tragedies like that is very sad and it's very unfortunate, especially with it involving children and just innocent people overall. But one thing that I did mention in the last video is that that would actually be something behind whatever is reported for people to really focus on and really manifest from. And so I don't want to come on here and make it seem like, oh, this happened, this is unfortunate, but did you know that you can manifest this, and this? It's not about that. One of the things that I want to point out to people is that you can take this energy that you may be feeling and you can flip it. You can manifest based off of what it is that I'm feeling when it comes to, it's something about, I'm being told that today, which is February 12th, 2024 through February 29th, 2024, through the ending of this month, it's as if the energy to be able to manifest is at the highest of the highest of the highest is the best way that I can put it. It's as if you speak it, put it out there, and it's inevitable for it to manifest. Not to say that it will manifest right then and there, but do know that it's going to manifest. Which ties into the whole thing with unfortunate incidents that happen, such as what happened at Lakewood Church. You can even manifest against stuff like that. You can manifest for the protection of people, for the protection of yourself. Do know that whether you're manifesting that or other things, certain things are just out of our control. So one of the things that I would tell people to also manifest is acceptance of that which we can't control, we can't change. Peace. Having that peace of mind. But do know that there's a lot of things that we can manifest that we don't realize we actually have that option to do so. We have the option to manifest this. We have the option to manifest that. We just have to be aware of it and do it. So a lot of people may ask, how do I manifest? Some people pray. If you're religious, some people pray. They have their own way of praying about things, their own beliefs. But one of the ways that I would tell people is that when you go on places like YouTube, you may look into how to manifest. They may give you 30 different steps. And here, with our essence of serenity, we don't like to make things complex that don't have to be complex. Now, there are certain things to whereas it's just, you have to to put in additional work on top of the work that you're putting into, or there may be several steps to certain things that you have to do. But when it comes to certain things that we feel can be simplified, we like to do that because, and we like to also present people with how to do that, because I feel like the more that you make things complex, the more you can make a person feel inadequate. So with that, it can be as simple as you speak it. Now, some people may say, okay, yeah, I can speak that I want this to happen, or I want that to happen, or that this is going to happen and this is going to happen. Because when you manifest, I believe in speaking, this is what's going to happen, and not this is what I want to happen. Because you don't want to speak it and hope that it happens. You want to speak it and know that it's going to happen. Now, if you're the type of person to whereas you're like, okay, but I can speak it, but how do I get around having doubt? Another way that you can manifest is speak it and envision what you want to happen. So that versus you focusing on the doubt while you're speaking it, you're actually focused on seeing it actually play out before your very eyes, because you're envisioning it. So whether it's you being healthy, imagine yourself being healthy, imagine yourself riding a bike, eating healthy, whatever healthy looks like to you, imagine that. Imagine you waking up without aches and pains and you just feeling so vibrant. If it's finances, imagine money pouring down on you. If it's a business, imagine what you want your business to look like. It's also important to know that with this high energy that I'm feeling when it comes to manifesting, do know that manifesting can go both ways, meaning you can also manifest against yourself. So be careful of what you speak this month. Be careful of what you're envisioning this month when it comes to yourself and other people, because like I said, the energy is very high, so there's a higher chance of you manifesting that. So one of the things that I don't do when I pick up something intuitively, whether I'm sharing that message with someone in person or if I'm sharing it here on our YouTube channel, is that I don't go out my way to try and convince the person or the audience that I'm reaching that what I'm saying I'm actually picking up on. It comes to me intuitively by way of the universe, and so I then leave it in the universe's hand to show that person how legit it is, because I know what I'm picking up on and I know what's being said to me. With that being said, I feel like it's very imperative, however, for me to emphasize the importance of people utilizing this time frame starting from today, February 12th, 2024 through February 29th, 2024, for people to take advantage. And I don't like to utilize the word take advantage, but for people to make sure that they're utilizing the fact that there is a very high energy when it comes to people being able to manifest. Also understanding that with that being said, it does not mean that this is the only time frame, like I mentioned, that you all can manifest, but just know that right now, for whatever reason, and maybe someone else may know that's listening to this video, maybe they can put it down in the comments below, that may understand why it is that this energy is at an all-time high. But with that being said, just know that if I was able to pick up in the last video that something would take place and be reported, whether it was by way of the news outlet or by way of different social media platforms, if I was able to pick up on the incident, not knowing that it was the shooting at Lakewood, I was not able to pick up on that, but being able to pick up that something was going to be reported, and then the whole incident happened with the Lakewood church. And understand that Lakewood is a mega church, so it's not like Lakewood is just known by people that stay in Houston, Texas, but Lakewood is known by people that stay in other countries. That this was meant to affect people worldwide. So if I was able to pick up on that and also speak on what I was feeling that would be behind the incident that people needed to focus on and pull from, and now knowing that that's the fact that manifesting is at the highest of the highest, that's the best way that I can describe what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, then that means that it is very key for people to make sure that they're doing their manifesting. So at this time, I just want to invite people to like this video, share this video, because you never know who this message is meant to reach, and you don't want to get in the way of the universe conveying this message to them. Make sure that you subscribe. Also make sure that you comment down below, especially if you know what's taking place, to whereas, like I said, manifesting, that energy is so, it's like I keep saying the highest of the highest, because that's the best way that I can describe it, is that. So also, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day, out of your schedule, to listen to this video. I hope that you found many gems in this video. I hope that this video blesses you. And until next time, you all take care.